Now we are filming. It's not so bad, though. It's good to see you feeling better.
Cold.
It's not cold.
I'm cold.
You're not cold. I fucking spilled Gatorade on my shirt. Look, I'm trying to hide the stain with the microphone wire. Don't look.
You're a slob.
It's not my fault. It used to get stuck on my chin. Now it's just...
Hello.
Whoa, I can hear you.
Good.
Feels fine.
The other shoulder.
Oh. Well, don't make it seem like you're reading it. Come on now.
I can't remember all this.
Why can't you remember all that?
I'm going to tell them. I'm reading. We wrote it down. I can't remember this.
Go.
Oh, I can go now?
Right. All right. Now I'm ready.
All right, everybody. So we wrote down the intro to this week's show because I honestly don't want to forget any piece of this because it's a very special episode for the both of us.
We put our brains together on this one.
That's right.
We worked. We actually put in work.
That's right. All right, everybody. So today we're going to talk about one of mine and Frank's favorite series growing up, Star Trek. I can't wait. So stay tuned to see if you agree with our choices, knowledge, and as always, feel free to chime in on our live shows with your own views and thoughts.
That's right.
We're going to ask the tough questions. Kirk or Picard? Favorite villain? Best series?
Ooh.
And ship.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite ship?
We'll talk about it.
So get ready, everyone. Set phasers to fun and get ready to be assimilated. Resistance is futile. We are one. We are Surge. Hit that intro.
Let's go. Turn up the volume. From the basement of the Empire State, this is the Basement Surge with John and Frank.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Basement Surge. Frank, how you doing?
John,
What?
the basement.
What?
The final frontier. These are the stories of the Basement Surge.
That's right. That may actually be the title of this episode. Welcome back to the Basement Surge, everybody. Frank, it's good to have you back in the studio.
Back, baby. You looking good?
Thank you. Yeah.
You got some motility?
I'm working it out.
Working it out?
Yeah.
I told you how to
Yeah.
get it going. Get it going.
For those of you who don't know, I separated my shoulder a couple weeks ago. I did a whole episode by myself last week.
Yeah, well, I was at my baby shower where you weren't.
So head on over there and give that a watch. And if you're listening to the podcast right now, stop and head on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. And Frank,
Ring that motherfucking bell.
that's right.
I have a bell now.
I had to buy him a bell.
I have a bell. It's great.
Yeah, on the YouTube channel, we have all of our vodcast episodes for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And we do a special little series called the Let's Play series, which Frank and I are going to be getting back into coming up in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be a special little announcement towards the middle of this episode.
Yeah, because subscriptions cost money.
That's right.
And the surge, it takes a lot to run this surge.
It does. It does. And we're not rich.
Yeah.
So
If you can, 10 cents a day can help these men.
yeah. Thank you for sending the money for my shoulder, by the way. It's helped out a lot. But all right, let's get into this episode.
I'm ready to
Frank.
jump in, baby.
Let's
I'm
do
ready
it.
to jump in.
Let's do
I'm
it.
going to jump in. Going to ask the hard question. All right, hey, right now.
Yeah.
Kirk or Picard?
Picard.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the classic Star Trek with Shatner. You know, I'm not a.
How?
I'm
Could you
not
not be a fan?
Yeah.
Of classic Star Trek.
I'm really not a fan of Shatner. And like
How? What can we do to do this for you, John?
like he did those commercials for Expedia, I think
Yeah.
it was, you know, and it was just like I've heard so many horror stories of him like behind the scenes.
Drama queen.
Yeah, he's a drama queen.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It kind of turned me off to him. I didn't like any of his movies, although I did like when they did that movie together with Picard.
Star Trek Generations.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
That's it. Mine was always, I was little because I watched Next Generation first.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on. Picard was my captain.
Right.
And then I watched the classics with my dad because that was his captain.
Yeah.
And there's like a difference. Like to me, Picard is an officer's captain. He is studious. He has a presence. He is Captain Picard. You know what I mean? He's an officer and a gentleman. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas Kirk was like a rough rumble and tumble.
Humping everything.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend afterwards. like he was that type. Like not only would Kirk beat you up, but he's banging your bitch as well.
Yeah.
All right, and he was banging girls of all different colors. That man's dick did not specify. You know, he was like free range.
As Eddie Murphy would say, even green bitches.
Even green bitches. All right, Kirk was the man. But you know what? If I had to make a choice, Picard's my captain as well.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Picard. I liked what he stood for. I liked his presence. You know, I really liked that about him. I loved his accent.
Patrick Stewart, man, he's still sexy. He's still sexy.
I love all the memes online where they show you Patrick Stewart sitting there like
God.
this.
Or when he's doing this, what the fuck? That one? Oh man! But not even that. He was when he was assimilated into the Borg. You know, he was Locutus. You know what I mean? It was fucking awesome. And I mean, Next Generation was great because you know it brought you a whole new array of characters. You know, it was a lot different. I mean, I missed Spock. There was really no good Vulcan in Next Generation.
Well, no, I mean, Picard had Data, you know, but he wasn't Spock. But
but I love Data.
Yeah,
I mean,
how could you not?
Data's awesome. You had Geordi and you had Worf, which was the first Klingon in Federation because there was Klingons before, but Worf is the first Klingon for the Federation.
You had Geordi. How could you go wrong with the guy from Reading Rainbow?
Can't go read a motherfucking book. Okay, I saw this one meme where it showed like Bob Ross, you know, and it showed Bob Ross, the crocodile hunter. Mr. Rogers, right? And it's like Mr. Rogers was like, be kind to your neighbor. And Crocodile Hunter was like, be kind to animals. And Bob Ross was like, be kind to nature. And then it showed LeVar Burton, you know, read a motherfucking book. Okay. It was great. Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
You know, then you had number one.
Yeah.
Riker.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riker's the fucking man. Then you had Deanna Troi, the ship's counselor.
Right.
Or as people always fondly, you know, said to her, the ship slut.
Really?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Wow.
She wore those tight bodysuits she did to herself.
They were all tight bodysuits.
Oh, they were so great.
Everybody wore a tight bodysuit. Even
I know
Picard.
what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. All right, Picard had that fucking chest, baby. He's fucking man.
Oh, Riker had the chest.
Riker was fucking man.
And the beard.
I liked him better with the beard. Babyface Riker is one thing, but Riker with the beard, that dude looked like Babyface Riker was like, stop right now or we will be forced to destroy you. Okay, then Riker with the beard says the same shit, but with the beard, and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't press this guy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's got a Klingon behind him. I don't know, he ain't fucking around.
Yeah. I don't know. Worf was kind of scary looking. I mean, yeah.
Michael Dorn, baby.
Yeah, Michael Dorn. Yeah, I loved his voice, how deep it was, you know. It was
Good.
just
It was like that Barry White shit. You know what I mean?
he if there was anybody on the Starship Enterprise to not mess around with, it would be Worf.
It'd be Worf.
So,
And Data. Data was like cool and shit, but when he threw down, he threw down. Because in Star Trek First Contact, the movie, when they're fighting the Borg, Data was like no fucks given, bro. He was hitting the Borg and throwing them and punching them.
yeah.
You know, I was like, what?
See, okay, so for me, growing up in a house where Star Trek was loved more than Star Wars, okay, because my dad's a Trekkie, and you know, just like your dad.
Just tread carefully on this subject.
Why?
I'm just gonna. There's a lot of Star Wars fans out there. Just be careful. Don't.
But see, I'm a Trekkie, and I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Mandalorian, all the Star Wars movies was great. You know, and I really like them, but I like
most of the Star Wars movies are great.
Yeah, but I'm a Trekkie at heart. I like Star Trek a little bit better, and but I think that's mainly because of my dad. You know, I grew up watching Next Generation.
Yeah, I loved it.
And he used to watch it every time it was on. I don't remember what day it was on TV, but if it was on television and it was a new episode, Dad was sitting down and watching it. And I always heard
even
it on
the
the background.
beginning, the opening, the music, everything, Patrick Stewart doing the overtone, the narration.
Yeah.
Remember Q?
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah. That was it. Gone. Now, the reason I mentioned Kirk or Picard, right?
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not forgetting about Janeway. Okay, I'm not forgetting about Star Trek Voyager. I'm not.
We should.
All right.
And Deep Space Nine.
I mean, it's really hard to forget about fucking
What about
half Borg, sexy ass Jerry Ryan from Voyager.
Quantum Leap guy?
What? Scott Bakula?
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Yeah, Enterprise.
Yeah.
What
No,
about
no,
him?
no. We're sticking to the classics.
Uh,
We're sticking to the classics. All right? Enterprise was an okay show. I didn't really watch it. My dad watched it.
yeah.
I watched Next Generation,
Right.
the 1960s, because everyone remembers
The original.
Trouble with the Tribbles and Spock
Trouble
and,
with the Tribbles.
and fucking Spock and Kirk going at it, fighting. That shit was great.
Yeah.
I did watch Deep Space Nine. I watched it. It was a little boring at first, but then it got up to the later seasons when you came. I forgot the name of it, but there was a war that started, and that's when shit got crazy.
Yeah.
As soon as that war started, that's when like the action, the acting, and everything really just.
So you didn't like Janeway?
I liked Janeway. I liked Voyager. I watched all of Voyager. I loved the Doctor. I liked Paris, who was the pilot. I liked Chakotay. Chakotay was an awesome first officer. I mean, he's no Riker, but you know, because you know what, Riker didn't throw down.
Nobody could replace Riker.
You know, because Riker didn't throw down like Chakotay did, but Riker was like ballsy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He pushed that ship to the limits.
Well, sure.
Right? He was not even fucking around. He was the man. And plus, if I had to choose my favorite crew, it would be the Next Generation crew. I enjoyed their show. I enjoyed their movies. All their movies were fantastic.
Even the chemistry between the cast, you know,
On set was great.
Yeah. I mean, the show.
Plus, people forget, Next Generation had fucking Whoopi Goldberg on it, okay? No other show had that. Right?
Those huge dreads.
Love you, Whoopi. You know?
I like I said, I'm more partial to Next Generation.
Yeah.
You know, and I might have only caught like maybe a couple episodes of Deep Space Nine and Voyager each. I couldn't really get into it.
It's kind of slow in the beginning. It really is. You know, and when Voyager introduced Seven of Nine, which is Jerry Ryan's character, she was a Borg, and then she got separated from the collective, and then they took a lot of her implants out, and
I remember 7 of 9 because my dad again used to watch, you know, and he always used to make a big deal about 7 and 9.
Oh yeah, a lot of kids made a big deal about 7 and 9. From the hours of 7 till 9, I'm busy.
Yeah, but all right. So speaking of the classic cast,
Dude, I love them. Sulu.
They started. Well, no, I'm sorry, not classic. I'm talking Enterprise.
Sorry, you said classic.
Sorry. I'm talking Next Generation. Okay. They last year, was it last year or the year before in 2019? They just started Picard, the TV show on
Yeah, that was good.
on Paramount Plus.
It was really good.
Yeah, and I still have yet to catch it.
And 7 of 9 is in that.
That's what I'm saying. You know, so they're bringing back all the old Rikers in it. I think.
Yeah, Riker's in it too.
You know, Data.
Donna Troy.
Yeah. So I really got to get on that and start watching that.
It was really good because Voyager came out after Next Generation.
Yeah.
Right? And then Voyager got lost. They were lost in deep space. Took them a long time to get home. Now, during the course of them getting home, Next Generation was out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
That's why in one of the movies, you see Picard speaking to Admiral Janeway, because when she got back, they promoted her from captain to admiral.
Right.
So he was addressing her as a superior officer because she was gone for so long. But technically, chronologically, she was out there first.
Right.
And then because their timelines aren't too far apart. It's just Voyager was lost for a long time before they got back. So they
went on a voyage.
Yeah. But those two crews can actually, you know, do things together. Whereas Next Generation, they tell you, I think from Kirk to Picard, when they ended, was like 80 years.
80 years. Wow.
80 years. The difference between Kirk and Picard. It's like 80 years. That's why it's called the Next Generation. It's like a whole new group of people, because you got to remember, it's kind of believable because during original Star Trek, the Klingons were like a big villain. They were a big time villain. I mean, the Klingons killed Kirk's son in Search for Spock in the movie 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, that was great. Christopher Lloyd was the Klingon captain.
I remember. He looked great.
He looked fucking fantastic. He looked fucking great. I loved all the original movies. I loved them all. They're like, cut! You know what I mean? It's great.
I remember when I don't remember which one it was. It was Star Trek 5, maybe.
Which one with the whales?
No. Do you remember the poster, the Star Trek poster I used to have in the room?
Yeah, that's Generations. Because I had Kirk and Picard.
Yeah.
That's Generations. That's the first Next Generation movie.
Oh, okay.
There's Generations. Then there is First Contact.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Shit, I can't remember.
Yeah, but
And then there was one more, right? There was Generations, First Contact. There was another movie, and then Nemesis, which is the one where Tom Hardy plays the clone of Captain Picard.
yeah, that's the one where Picard is like part cyborg, right? Nemesis.
No. That was during the show when he was Locutus of the Borg.
I could have sworn I seen promo pictures of him in a movie, in a Star Trek movie with the Borg stuff attached to him.
Yeah, that was First Contact because he's having flashbacks of his time in the Borg.
All right. Yeah. No, because I bring that up only because like I had that movie poster in my room for how many years?
Forever.
You know,
Along the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. And I remember when I got that because Dad had went to see the movie in theaters opening night, and he bought the poster, which we then put it in the frame and then put it up on my wall.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Because I know, I remember that. You had that for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I was bringing up the classic Star Trek was because Spock.
Yeah.
Lee Nimoy, man. Spock was great.
Yeah.
Spock is such a great character. Yeah, Mr. Sulu.
I liked him on The Big Bang Theory.
Huh? Oh,
I like Spock on The Big Bang Theory.
you're stupid.
You don't like that show, huh?
Well, I love Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
I love them, but we're not talking about that.
sorry.
Save it for another episode.
It's Spock.
No.
No? Sorry.
Rock, scissors, paper, Snake, Spock. I love Sheldon. Shout outs to Sheldon, man. Love him. But like also you had Kirk, who was a white guy, kiss Uhura, which is a black woman.
Yeah, that was a big deal back then.
And that was 1965, I think it was. Because I think Star Trek came out 64, 65, but it was like during that time because it was the only other show that did something like that, a mainstream show that I remember, was the Mod Squad. The Mod Squad came out in 67, and that was a black man kissing a white woman.
All in the Family?
I don't remember. But there was the Mod Squad about the three young people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How they're like a unique police force and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was something like, are you putting that on TV? Well, you can't do that. And the writers, Gene Roddenberry's, I'm doing it. All right? And he did it.
I don't remember. Gene Roddenberry was attached to all of the Star Treks.
Yes, they're all that's his universe.
Right, but like he was on set of all the movies up until a certain point, I think, like right before he died.
Yeah.
I don't remember which movie it was that was the last one that he was actually on set. But I do remember one of the movies that came out after he had passed away. A lot of people were saying that this would not be the Gene Roddenberry vision.
No.
If he was still around.
Now, I know you're not a fan of Shatner's Kirk, but right? But what about Chris Pine's version? When they did the revamp with the movies.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams.
Right. See, I like those movies.
I love them.
Yeah.
I think
he was a great Kirk.
He really filled into the role, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Zachary Quinto, love him.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect Spock. Live long and prosper. Yeah. But no, I love those movies. I love the fact that they included Captain Pike.
Yeah. Plus Bruce Greenwood, love him.
Yeah. So
he also did the voice of Batman in some of the animated movies.
Yeah. See, me, I'm like a sucker for anything that shows like some more history, some more background into a series that I love. So when I watched those movies with Chris Pine, it was like, and they had Pike in there, and they told a little bit more of the backstory about how he got to command the Enterprise.
I remember Thor, Chris Hemsworth, was his dad, was Kirk's dad.
Yeah.
He's in the beginning of the first movie.
Right. Yeah.
Which also, for the next Star Trek movie that's coming out with that cast, Chris Hemsworth is coming back to play.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's coming back to play Kirk's dad because it's some sort of time loop thing. Mm-hmm. What made me sad, though, was to hear about, what's his name, who played Chekhov?
Scotty?
No, who played Chekhov.
Oh, it was Chekhov.
Yeah, the Russian kid. I forgot his name. He
Petrov?
Anton Yelkin, I think his name was. I think that was it. And he, he sadly he died because of
Right.
a malfunction with his car.
Yeah.
The brake didn't work. It came down and crushed him. He couldn't get out.
Yeah.
And they're not replacing him.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't, Rika, just like they're not doing the same thing to Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther. They're not replacing him. It's like, no, T'Challa, they're gonna write it a certain way, and that's it. Giving respect to the king.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, which is things which I appreciate, because you're giving respect to the person's performance that they gave, that they're just irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Which some people are.
Right. I wish they would have did that with Christopher Reeve.
You know, I love him.
We're getting off topic.
I know. It happens to us sometimes. We do. We go places. But all right, let's talk. How many villains do you actually remember?
Khan.
That's going to be your favorite villain?
Yeah, Khan's my
Khan?
favorite villain. Yeah.
Which one, though? The original or Benedict Cumberbatch?
Ooh, I don't know.
Got you there, fucker.
I want to say Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah?
I think he was a little bit more ruthless. He was more badass.
But also, it's a different time. I mean, the other guy,
Yeah.
I forgot his name, though. I think it's Rodrigo something. I can't remember his name. But
It's
I
the same
remember.
guy from Treasure Island. No.
Well, he played
plane.
Khan on the show. He played Khan on the show and in the movie.
Right.
It's the same actor they brought back for the Wrath of Khan movie.
Yeah.
But see, what I liked about the new cast movie was Kirk died this time, not Spock, and you got to see Spock, who's a little bit more, a little bit more powerful than a normal human. Vulcans are a little bit stronger than us, fighting Khan, who is like a super soldier.
Yeah.
So remember during the fight, he fucking grabs him. He's like, ha! He grabbed him with the Vulcan pinch, and fucking Khan's like, ah, you son of a bitch.
Thank you for not doing that on the other shoulder.
That. See, aren't you happy? See, I pay attention. Hancock. I gotta get you somehow. My favorite villain, though, I really enjoyed the Borg Queen.
Yeah.
The Borg Queen from the First Contact movie.
Yeah.
Because that woman was just eons of just knowledge and power, and she corrupted the whole ship. She almost had Data. She almost had him. I mean, by a hair, she almost had him. Almost. But she was just intimidating because she didn't have to be super powerful, and she was mentally intimidating.
Yeah.
And she fucked up Picard's whole ship, which pissed me off.
All right. Well, before we get into talking about what our favorite ship was. Okay. Now, I have another script that I wrote out because why not?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
All right, everybody. So me and Frank want to take a little break from the episode to talk to you a little bit about our Let's Play series up on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so where me and Frank play such games as 7 Days to Die, World of Warcraft, Classic, Valheim, and Call of Duty, and coming soon at the end of the year, which I cannot freaking wait, Diablo 2 Remastered.
Oh, yeah.
I was so hyped when I found out that they were coming out with this game.
You remember when it first came out?
Oh, my God.
Oh. So gassed.
So we also enjoy the occasional Magic the Gathering battle, and also coming soon, Dungeons and Dragons with the Surge family.
That's right.
So stay tuned, subscribe, and Frank,
ring that motherfucking bell. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
well, I'm glad. I
I
got you the bell.
I'm sorry. I gotta get like a little Basement Surge sticker to put on here or something. Yeah. Or put the goat's mouth on there. That's it. All right, what was your favorite ship?
Enterprise.
Which one?
Oh yeah, that's right. It got destroyed.
How many times?
Picard's Enterprise.
Well, Picard's was
one.
Enterprise D. That was the first one, the classic Enterprise D.
Yeah.
I liked the Enterprise E, which was used after the First Contact.
Why? What was the difference?
It was a little sleeker.
Oh.
And they made it. It didn't have remember Enterprise D they could separate the disc from the rest of the ship, and that's how they crashed in First Contact. Remember?
Yeah.
Not First Contact. Generations.
Right. Yeah.
The Riker maneuver. It went down in history. It worked.
Yeah, but Enterprise D, I guess for me, and it's a classic. I loved it. It's an awesome shape for a ship. You would think that something traveling through space would be shaped like that. Why not?
And it looked so nice. I I like the Enterprise E, but it was a close one with the remastered, redone version of the Enterprise from the J.J. Abrams movies.
Yeah.
Because he made his. It looked almost like the one from the 60s.
Yeah, almost.
Just a little bit tweaked.
Right.
And I loved when they were doing, remember when they were doing the trailers for the J.J. Abrams movie?
Yeah.
And they showed the people working on the ship. Like,
yeah.
You know, started off with like the welders and shit. And you're like, what the hell are they
where
doing?
it's in the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was good marketing.
That was great.
Yeah, it was great marketing.
That was great.
I love those movies. I loved how they changed the universe up a little bit. This guy fucking Nero, who was Eric Bana.
That's his name.
Yep. He comes back from time and shit looking for, you know, instead of God, it's like Spock. You know what I mean? They're looking for somebody.
Man, I want to rewatch all these now.
Oh, they're so great. My dad still has the original Star Trek movies on VHS.
I believe that.
Yeah, so do I.
I didn't like the Deep Space Nine ship at all.
Well, it's not really a ship, it's a station.
Yeah, I didn't. No.
Yeah, it's actually a space station.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Deep Space Nine, because that's the actual name of the station.
Mm-hmm.
That's where ships go to dock. You know what I mean? People argue that fact, but it's not a ship.
Yeah.
It's a station.
Mm.
Because you have all these different things there. Like Cisco was in charge of the space station.
Yeah.
And there was like all these different things. And he was dealing with so much shit on that poor fucking guy. No wonder he was bald. Lost his goddamn mind in that place. Because Worf went from Next Generation to Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
He was on both.
Right. Lucky guy.
He did,
He
man.
probably got paid good money for that.
Oh, yeah.
But, all right, everybody, we're going to do something we haven't done here in a while. Frank, want to do the honors and hit that yellow button?
Sure. I haven't heard that music in so long.
It's Poddex time, everybody. That's
Sure.
for you.
Ooh, would you rather?
Would you rather?
I like this one.
You have the Would You Rather deck. I have the What the Heck deck. Hold that up right there. See that? Oh, yeah. And we're going to choose a card randomly from the deck.
Wait. Okay. So that way everyone knows I'm shuffling.
Yep. I just do this.
No. At least I didn't do the bridge.
Yeah, don't bend the cards.
No.
All right, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm. We done that one.
Randomly from the middle of the deck.
All right.
Would you ever pick up a hitchhiker?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. Why not? You know why?
Because it could be dangerous.
No, not because it could be dangerous, but it's like I pick up a hitchhiker because they're going to try and out crazy me. What, you think you're in the car, I'm in the car with you? You're in the car with me.
Oh, boy. I would not pick up a hitchhiker.
No?
No.
What if she was like a fucking 10?
No. See,
In
that
Daisy
means-
Duke
that-
shorts.
That means she's crazy.
All right? In Daisy Duke shorts from like a 1988 Jason Voorhees movie, okay? Where you know titties are coming out at some point.
Yeah. No. What's your question?
Ooh.
From the Would You Rather deck.
Would you rather put ketchup or ranch dressing on everything you eat?
Either way, I'm screwed with this question because I'm constantly yelling at my family to stop putting condiments on their food. Okay, they could be eating like sweet potato and put ranch on it or
Ugh.
ketchup. You know, it's like
You know why?
They put everything. They put ranch on everything.
You know why? Because they're from Pennsylvania. That's why.
But if I had to choose, I think I'd go with ranch only because I don't really like. I mean, I like ketchup, but
I'm forced to go with ketchup because I'm lactose intolerant, and the ranch would just destroy.
that's right.
It would just, on everything I eat all the time, I would either be extremely fat and have high cholesterol because of the ranch, or I'd be very skinny because I'd be shitting my brains out.
Yeah, I think you'd be skinny.
I'm going for round two. I'm pulling a second.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have pizza rolls or pizza bagels?
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm from Brooklyn and you don't do sacrilege against bagels.
I fucking because I'm Sicilian and Italian and also part Russian. So I myself am a pizza bagel. So I'm going with pizza bagel.
That's a good answer. All right. Yeah.
I'm going with it.
All right. Next question from the What the Heck deck.
All right.
If you could have anything named after you, what would you want it to be?
The next prescription medicine
For erectile dysfunction.
for erectile dysfunction. What you doing there, honey? Be right there, babe. I'm taking my Frank. And then you know what's going to happen, right?
I want a beer named after me.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. Or scotch. A finely crafted scotch.
Finally scrambled scotch. Right. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it sounds kind of bad, but you know, it's like, what are you thinking? I can't decide between the 12-year-old John or the 15-year-old John. It's like, you know what? If I was you, I go with the 15-year-old John because I knew the 15-year-old John.
That's a good point.
And you'll be all right with that. Just do yourself a favor. What? Do not take your Frank with your 15-year-old John. It just won't work well. Fuck up your whole night. No.
Oh man. All right, everybody. So, in the next couple of months, I guess, over the summer, between now and by the time it starts getting cold again, Frank and I are going to be raising money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. That is the wrong button.
It's all right. And you got your right hand back.
I know. We started trying to raise money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research.
There you go.
Can't talk anymore. So Frank and I this summer are going to be doing something called The Mission, where we do about 8 or 9 miles on rollerblades throughout Brooklyn. And we're trying to get our families, we're trying to get as many people as we possibly can to help raise money for the foundation and try to do their part and hopefully put an end to this terrible disease.
And we'll be filming the whole thing.
Yes.
So you'll get to see us rollerblading, but you also get a view of the nice coast because we'll be right by Caesar's Bay.
Yep. We'll be going up the water.
Yep. Which is a bike path that goes along the water right underneath the Verrazano Bridge, all the way down to the Brooklyn Pier by Owl's Head Park.
Yes. So if you'd like more information on what we are doing as far as our fundraising goes, head on over to thebasementsurge.com/MJFF. And all the details are there. You can read up on it because it's a very near and dear topic to our hearts.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing a lot of fundraising this summer. The Mission is the first one to kick it off, and then we'll probably do some bake sales because I like to bake.
Me too.
And my wife is looking forward to that. So if you like my shirt, not his, but mine, head on over to thebasementsurge.com and pick yourself up some merch.
It's comfortable.
Use the code GOAT for 15% off.
That's right. Use that code. I talked him into it. Use the code.
Yeah.
Make a fool out of me.
And if you want to listen and watch and read our blog and everything that has to do with the Basement Surge, head on over to thebasementsurge.com. And you can look at it all there and listen. Listen!
Yeah. You can listen. You can watch. Okay? You can do both.
Yeah. But in the meantime, everybody, live long and prosper. We'll see you next time.
Let's go. Turn up the volume. From the basement of the Empire State, this is the Basement Surge with John and Frank.
3, 2,